On this video we're taking a look at our NHL Parlay for the games that are happening on Saturday, March 26, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Our first parlay pick is Minnesota Wild vs Columbus Blue Jackets. Wild win -1.5 goals. And here is why. The Columbus Blue Jackets will look to rebound from back-to-back losses after a 4-3 OT loss to Winnipeg last time out. Oliver Bjorkstrand has a team-high 49 points, and Patrick Lane is right behind with 48 points, with Lane logging a team-high 25 goals, and Bjorkstrand chipping in 23 goals and 26 assists. Jakub Voracek's also got 47 points with a team-high 43 assists. Boone Jenner's also got 44 points with 23 goals and 21 apples this season. Elvis Merzlikins has seen the majority of Columbus's action in goal, going 22-15-4 with a 3.38 GA and a .902 save percentage this season. I get the case to be made either way, but I'm still leaning towards Minnesota here. The Wild have had their issues, but they are rock solid at home, and Columbus just had to go to OT against Winnipeg on Friday night, as if the back-to-back spot on the road wasn't bad enough. The matchup between the Jackets and Wild will truly be the epitome of rest and home advantage. Columbus was just in Winnipeg to play the Jets last night and traveled to Minnesota for this one. Meanwhile, the Wild have been at home for the past 2 weeks and will remain there the entire rest of March. They've enjoyed their homestand, having won their past 4 straight, scoring at least 3 goals in each of those games. Those numbers are no surprise. The Wild have climbed to 4th in the league in goal scoring at 3.65 per game. That value only increases with their second-place home goal per game average, with 4.03 game. On the flip side, the Blue Jackets have allowed the 3rd most goals in the league, with an average of 3.7 game. To make things worse, that number increases to 3.83 goals allowed per game when on the road. Just this month alone, they have allowed 5 or more goals 5 times. This includes a 6-0 loss to the Islanders and a 7-2 loss to the Capitals. Surprisingly, one of their few wins as of late was in fact against the Wild in a close shootout win just 2 weeks ago. Minnesota is sure to have that one in mind for some added motivation towards hanging on to the second-place standing in the Central Division. Our second parlay pick is Montreal Canadiens vs Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs win -1.5 goals. And here is why. The Toronto Maple Leafs are averaging 3.7 goals per game and are scoring on 28.3% of their power play opportunities. Austin Matthews leads Toronto with 46 goals, Morgan Reilly has 43 assists, and William Nylander has 204 shots on goal. Defensively, the Toronto Maple Leafs are allowing 3 goals per game and are killing 84.4% of their opponents' power plays. Jack Campbell has given up 101 goals on 1,172 shots faced, and Petr Mrazek has allowed 55 goals on 480 shots. The Montreal Canadiens have had recent success against the Maple Leafs, so there's some value with a big home dog here, but the Habs have looked like a team that's been ready for the season to end for quite some time, and playing at home hasn't helped all that much. The Toronto Maple Leafs are easily the better team here, and they've done a good job this season of winning the games they're supposed to win. It's a Saturday night classic in one of the NHL's most historic rivalries. The Toronto Maple Leafs head to Quebec to take on the Montreal Canadiens for a matchup in front of a projected sold-out crowd at the Bell Centre. These teams have 1 win apiece against each other after we saw Toronto come away with a 2-1 win in October and Montreal take a 5-2 win in February. Their last game was over a month ago, but don't think for 1 second that the Maple Leafs forgot about the embarrassing feeling after their blowout loss. This could play as a big motivating factor for this dominant team. Montreal is coming off a very respectable performance against the best team in the Eastern Conference. A 4-3 loss to the Florida Panthers that came after another close game against a great Boston Bruins team shows Montreal is holding up well with the big teams as of late. Toronto is still playing at an inconsistent level, so they will need to keep that in mind or they will leave Montreal with a loss. Well, possible, I don't see this happening tonight as we circle back to the last time these teams played when the Canadiens dominated them. Toronto is the better team up and down the lineup, and even with their goaltending questions, they will be able to show the Canadiens the true playoff contending team they are. Our third parlay pick is Calgary Flames vs Edmonton Oilers. Oilers win plus 1.5 goals. And here is why. The Calgary Flames will be looking for some consistency after alternating wins and losses in each of their last 7 games after a 4-2 win over Arizona last time out. Johnny Gaudreau leads the Flames in scoring with 85 points, including a team-high 55 assists, while Elias Lindholm has 66 points with 34 assists and 32 goals, with Gaudreau posting a plus 45 plus-minus rating, while Lindholm also has a plus 45 rating. Matthew Tkachuk has 30 goals and 48 assists for his 78 points, while Andrew Mangiapane has 44 points and 30 goals of his own. Jacob Markstrom's gone 30-12-7 with a 2.11 GAA and a .927 save percentage up to this point in the season in goal for Calgary. I get why Calgary would be favored here, as the Flames didn't look past Arizona like I thought they would. However, you can normally throw records and trends out the window when these two lock up as they just want to beat the tar off of each other. I just think this is one of those spots where the line should be closer to a coin flip. One of the most electrifying matchups we can possibly have this season comes between the Oilers and Flames. As if Oil and Fire wasn't explosive enough, these are two teams burning with all-star talent. With names like Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Johnny Gaudreau, we are in for an all-star game 2.0. The Oilers are on a mission to prove their doubters wrong, and did so in their last outing, drowning the Sharks in a 5-2 victory. The concern for the doubters has been Edmonton's goaltending. They began the year starting Mikko Koskinen in net, but have since been using Mike Smith more frequently. It was him in net in that win against the Sharks. The Flames, on the other hand, have had stellar goaltending from Jacob Markstrom. Unfortunately for Calgary fans, he was in net last night against the Coyotes. I'll admit I expected them to save him for this matchup and start backup Dan later last night against a weaker Arizona team. However, that is not the case, which provides the value towards the Oilers. Both the Flames moneyline and Oilers puck line are priced equally. With two teams that can both put up ridiculous offensive numbers, we should lean towards the team with the top 2-point scorers in the league facing the backup goaltender. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.